Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is part 3 of how to deal with stressful situations. And part 2, I talked about the exercise, which is number 1, becoming aware of your energy and reconnecting with Source in whatever way you can do that. These are a few notes to help you with that exercise. Meditating is the most powerful way of reconnecting with Source. However, you can't do that all day, every day. Once you do that, you will have a connection with Source that is greater than before you meditated. And depending on how practiced you are at meditation, it can be very powerful after you get good at it. So after you meditate, it is your job to keep that connection with Source throughout the day for as long as you can and as powerfully as you can. And the way that you do that is do things that bring you joy, peace, calm, relief, happiness, any of those positive emotions. So that can be whatever brings you those things. For a lot of people, it's nature, it's connecting, doing something that you love, like art or exercise or playing games or whatever, but things that bring you joy and making choices in your life to do things that bring you joy. Now, the other reality is that most people have not created a life yet where they are doing things that they love every day. A lot of people have jobs to go to that they don't like very much. However, that doesn't mean that you can't be happy and you can't move yourself to doing things that you love while you're in your job. That is about changing your emotions, changing your thoughts, so that you see things in a different perspective and that you are enjoying as much as you can each moment that you can. For instance, you may not love your job, but if you look at it in a different way, you may realize you're getting a lot of skills for moving forward and getting a better job while you're doing this job. So that can help you become more motivated to get better in this job, knowing that it's for something bigger. So the happier you keep yourself, if you're heading towards a very stressful situation, the less stressful it will be. If you've just had a really horrible situation, stressful situation, you will not, if you're keeping yourself happy, you will not be creating that in the future. And it's all about forethought and foresight and being aware that what you do with your thoughts and your emotions now and your time now creates what happens later. You can be in a situation where you're managing stressful situations all the time, which you have to manage them if you've set up a life where you have a lot of them, but it's a lot more fun to live a life where you don't have them all the time. And it is possible, if you're in that situation, to create that life. It's a case of becoming more aware of your emotions and taking charge of your thoughts so that you can be in a place where you're seeing the best in what's happening and you're getting the best out of what's happening, whatever it is, wherever you are. You can have joyful moments wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And the more that you do that, the more that you're inspired then to you open up the channel to be inspired and to get great ideas from source. Say you don't like your job, to apply for a job that you will like a lot more, or to change something in a relationship to make that relationship a lot better. So if you could just find a way to connect with source and be happier more of the time, look at your situation in a different light, that will give you the ideas to move forward and out of that situation to something better, and then on to something better and something better and something better. It's a creative, evolving, gradual process, but just because it's gradual doesn't mean that it can't feel great in each moment, because you know that you're growing and you know that you're creating something more for yourself and creating something more joyful. And the more that you start to do this, the easier it gets, and those stressful situations stop being quite so stressful. You start seeing them earlier, so you can manage them a lot better. You can change directions. If you see them very early, you can change direction and not be in them at all. And then eventually your life becomes better and better to where they're just not happening all that much at all. They will happen occasionally because we're human and things, none of us are perfect at being centered all the time, and that's not how the world is supposed to be. We're here for the experience. But your life can become happier and happier and happier, and you can start to feel more and more in control of what you're creating, and it's a much different, better life for you if you want that. Thank you all for being here, and don't forget to ask questions in the comments if you want to see videos made about certain topics.